Hey y'all, it's Indigo here. Wanted to make a little video on this. My last one was pretty popular when I had my Grand Arena match and I had my opponent Blade Baca record all his fights against me, and when he beat me, y'all were able to see what he used against each of my teams. Well, my opponent from this last round has done something similar, and he actually reached out to me right at the beginning and asked me if I was the Indigo that made the videos, and asked me if I wanted him to record anything. And I said, absolutely, go ahead and record everything. It's always good information if you can see how your team performed. You know, being able to see the GAC history now on the website is huge, but being able to see actual video of how close your team gets to taking out a particular character or how the moves interact is a totally different story. So thankfully my opponent was able to record all that, and I'm going to show you guys, you know, kind of take you through it, what he used on each of my teams. Okay, we'll start off in the first zone down at the bottom, my South 1. And out front, I put a Grievous team with B2 and then Magna. And then I've just got standard Geos with Alpha and Spy and then Soldier. And then I put Jedi Knight Revan with Yoda and Jolie. And I put them right out front so he'd have to use some good stuff to get through them and see what's in the back. So let me show those videos to you, and you can see how that went down. Okay, so first up is his Jedi Knight Revan, and you guys have all seen this counter before. I sped it up a little bit because it's not anything new, and I structured my defense this way on purpose. I wanted those particular squads out front so that hopefully he would burn those specific counters and have less to work with on the rest of the map, and I was hoping that I'd kind of run him out of good teams. But you can see that Jedi Knight Revan just plows through a Grievous team like it was made to do. No problem at all with him being able to take them down and be pretty efficient on banners while he's doing it. So there he goes, took those guys out, got 52 banners. Onto the Geos. He uses Traya, Scion, and then a third, usually Sith Trooper. So he's got Trooper in there, just in case, you know, take the hit. And I kind of agree with that, and you'll see it here. I'm a little nervous myself about Spy being able to get off a big hit. And if he does that to Traya, you lose your Isolate, or if he does it to Scion before he gets that Held by Hatred off, you lose your main damage potential. So Trooper's just there to throw an extra taunt up and make it so that way if Spy does have to go after somebody, hopefully you lose a non-essential character. And it'll ding you for a couple points, but at least you know, get to keep your character. And right there, that's what happened. He lost Trooper, so you lose a couple points for that, but it didn't take out Traya or Scion, who's crucial to making this team work. And he just finishes off the Brute, and now he just has to clean up Spy, and it'll be good night to this team. So I guess that's satisfactory. Makes him burn a Traya and cost him a couple points. I mean, that's the best you hope. If they have a crappy Traya, they'll probably get stuck, but he definitely didn't. So he was able to clear it, got 49 points for that. And then for my Jedi Revan team, he saved his Darth Revan. He went in with Darth Revan, HK, and Malik. And of course, Jedi Revan's not going to be able to stand up to this. They're much more powerful. So I was curious what he used, and now I know. That's the one good thing, again, about an opponent that communicates with you, being able to see exactly what he did. And you can see that even though I have relics on my Jedi Revan and Yoda and Jolie, you know, they each have a couple, they're not going to be able to hold a candle to this Sith Empire team. So that's how he took him out, and he had plenty of stuff left, you know, for the rest of the map. So that's the front zone. Let me show you guys what's behind there. if you watch my video, you'll see he kind of did his piece by piece, and so I didn't get to actually watch him do all his attacks. I was asleep, but in the back zone behind it, I have a Newt team. I had some Darth Revan leftovers. I had EP with my Bastilla Fallen and my Sith Trooper for a taunt in there. And then I had a Django lead with Boba and then L3. So I thought it was some pretty tough teams back here. But in 3v3, he's got characters that would normally be support characters in other teams that you can use as a leader of their own squad. And that's something, you really don't think about. I guess it won't matter too much longer, but something to keep in mind for future 3 vs 3. Let me show you this section of videos and you can see how he did. So here I had Newt with B1 and Count Dooku, and he just went and took his EP team. He's got Bastilla Fallen and then Sith Marauder there, and it doesn't seem like it's, putting up too much of a fight. Once he gets that turn meter train going, it doesn't stop, and he's got enough damage on there that he can just take out Newt. I wondered about that, if that would cause an issue with Dooku making everybody stealth. Then he could get to whoever he wants, which he took out Newt straight away, so he didn't have to worry about extortion. And he's going after stacks on B1 because he can't get to my Dooku. And it's a shame because Dooku's not getting to even go. My Dooku's pretty fast, and he's Relic 7, but that does a whole lot of nothing when he's just not even getting to move. So you can see him just taking down stacks on B1, while Dooku is over there stunned, feared, everything. Now, watch this. I thought this was pretty interesting. Dooku is still doing his job. When he gets to go, he's stunning them, doing some decent damage. He's doing as much as he can, except the AI makes him always use that stealth move, which eats up every other turn almost. And then once the enemy Bastilla gets to go, she's going to put the debuffs on, fear and all that. You can see he's still countering, and every time he counters, he's stunned the whole team. But it's just not enough. So that was that team. It was very interesting to watch. Here he's going to try and take out my Darth Revan leftovers with his General Skywalker. And it's not 7-star. I think it's 6-star Gear 11. He's got Ark, somebody else, I think Echo, I don't know. They all look the same. But he's going after my Darth Revan team. It's not the best team in the world because it doesn't have Bastilla Fallen in there, obviously, and it doesn't have Malik. I split those off into separate teams. And now it's just his General Skywalker, which at 6-star, it's not a match for a Sith Empire team, really. Not like that. So I did beat him there. I got 1 hold, which was great. But unfortunately for me, he's still got plenty enough firepower, and he knows how to play. So he's not going to make a foolish choice and try to go in, with something where he underestimates it. He's just going to go in here. You see him selecting his screen. And he goes in with his CLS Rebels. And just, you'll see, he can kind of obliterate it. As long as Darth Revan doesn't go first and aim for the leader and put the whole team on fear, it's kind of game over. And you can see they put out plenty of damage. He's just going after a Marauder right there, take him out, and Han just takes out Darth Revan. So that was the end, a 2-shot, and he took care of that. For my EP team, this is what I was talking about earlier with having extra characters left. If you had to go against a 5-man Grievous team, you would be taking either a Basti lead, or she would be a secondary character on that squad. Well, here, he didn't have to take her, so he's got her left over to be the leader of her own team. And that's going to block out all the debuffs from the EP team and my Dark Side Bastilla. Once he went straight after EP, took him out, Now it's my dark side Bastilla is the only real threat left, and she's not going to hold up against, Ahsoka to keep dispelling the taunt that Sith Trooper gets. And he's got a Hermit Yoda to make sure his team stays cleansed and with Master's training, got the heals and all that. So he's in good shape, and my dark side Bastilla can't take this team out, by herself. He got rid of the Sith Trooper, now just one left standing, and by herself, she can't do it. So I guess I wasn't, it's logical. I understand why he used what he used. Makes good sense. It's just unfortunate for me. So won't be putting EP on defense in 3v3 anytime soon. He got 54 for that, so don't want to be giving him any 54-point wins. So here's the Django team. And I've got Django at like 302 or something, so he's about 330 after his lead bonus. He's Relic 4. You can see that he just stunned L3, put L3 in timeout, went straight after Boba, took Boba out of the picture, just using his first order. You can see that Django at Relic 4 is enough to just red bar his Xylo. Not quite enough to get the job done and kill him. So that's something I've learned going into this 3v3 is that Django needs some more relics, people. Get him to 5, 6, 7. Relic 7 Django is nasty. He will start one-shotting fools. And so that's definitely something I'm going to work on for the next time around when we do 3v3 again. I'm going to make sure that I don't leave him at red bar. Because if I would have taken him out, that would help control the stuns, turn meter, all that. But you see, as it stands, he was able to use his first order, and it wasn't a big deal. Alright, that's it for the back zone down there. So you've seen what he used to clear the bottom. Now we'll go up top to that front combat zone. He didn't film his ships, but I just had junk down there anyway, so I don't really care about the ships. Up top, I had 2 Night Sister teams, kind of a tank timeout team, if you will, and then some Bosk-led bounty hunters. So I thought maybe that would give him a little bit of trouble, hoping he would use something like CLS on the bounty hunters, but it didn't work out that way. So let me show you guys what he used here. Alright, first up is the Night Sister team. I've got DACA lead, and then I've got Zombie and Acolyte. I figured, okay, DACA lead helps with the extra defense for Acolyte, so maybe she'll be a little bit more, stout and have some survivability. And DACA also ends up getting all her health as people die, so I figured, yeah, that might be good. Maybe she'll be strong and be tough to take out. But he saved his Grievous team for offense. So he just went in with General Grievous, B1 and B2, and he's just wrecking my Night Sisters. Like, they have a ton of AoE, which is what you need to take out Acolyte. And every time General Grievous does his AoE, he's basically going to clear the board. So that's what he's doing. And he took out DACA there. Now it's just Zombie and Acolyte. But like I say, he's got enough AoE amongst the characters. They all have an AoE. So he took out Acolyte, no problem. It's just Zombie by herself. So probably not, the best for banners, I guess. But definitely not going to get stuck on it, which was what I was hoping. And then for his other Night Sister team that I had put there, he went and took in his Geos. I think that's what made him such a difficult opponent, was all the stuff that people commonly put on defense that I had ready counters for. He saved and used it on offense, and then he put different stuff down on defense. So you can see that this went super quick. Geos just ripped through these Night Sisters like nothing. So he was able to get 53 banners on that. No big deal for him. And then he was able to use his Jedi Training Ray against my Bosk bounty hunters. I thought, maybe he would struggle. I don't have a high tenacity Bosk or anything, but I was able to get the taunt off there but that didn't seem to stop him. I mean, I got the taunt, had the double Zeta, so I was hoping, okay, you know, I'd be able to get that off and he wouldn't be able to do anything, but that's not the case. I even put Cad Bane in there, figured maybe he'd help with some extra stuns, and he did. He's stunned, but they just really don't perform like I thought they were going to. So nothing I can do about that. I guess take it and learn from it. Maybe try something different next time. But you can see, even with Bosk having the taunt and him going after Bosk, he's still able to take it down with the healing immunity and all that, that it's not an issue. And then once Bosk is out of the picture, he's just going after Cad Bane because Dengar's over their stealth, and Cad Bane's stunned, nothing he can do. After Bosk falls, it's pretty much a done deal. Now he's just taking his time on Dengar, try and recover some banners, but at this point, again, it's not really a matter of efficient banners. It's just if he clears the board, he wins, you know, because I dropped so many banners on my battles due to poor efficiency. So he doesn't even need to worry about Illuminated Destiny and all that. Got 51 banners there. And then for the tank team, which I thought, you know, maybe he'll time out or something, or maybe it'll be harder with Clone Wars Chewie lead. He just went after missions straight away. Was able to take her out before she did anything. Look, he executed, or not execute, but took out Chewie there. Now it's just Zalbar, and then he's only 30 seconds into the match. So he saved his bounty hunters and just ran right through this team. It didn't really pose him any trouble. Got 53 banners for that. So that was it for combat. Now you see what he used against me, and I mean, that was a real headache not knowing what to use where, because I didn't know what he would have in the back zone. And him saving things like Geos and Grievous and Bounty Hunters, it's all teams that I'm normally used to fighting, and I know what my tried and true counters are. So that's why it was a bit of a struggle. Hopefully, this companion video in conjunction with my own Grand Arena video will kind of show you both sides of the coin, give you some ideas on how things work out, and whether a team is going to be good on offense or defense. Shout out to my buddy Mikayas. He runs a modding service. He'll go through, make sure you got the right squad compositions and the right mods on the right characters. Give your account a real nice tune-up. I'll put the link to his Discord in my description. Go ahead and check him out. Tell him Indigo sent you. Thanks for watching my video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share your comments down below, and hopefully you'll check out my other videos on my channel. Peace.